Good evening. It is better to fail in originality than to succeed in imitation. Welcome to BMC News Live presented by Al Hilal Hospitals and Medical Centers English News. Myself, Shina Sultana, joining you with the daily news updates. Today's headlines. Shop's owner faces jail time for allegedly selling thousands of expired food items. His Highness Sheikh Nasser receives advisor to Noga Holdings Board. Bahrain approves Valneva's COVID vaccine for emergency use. World's tallest hotel constructed halfway, UAE announced. India extends suspension on international flights. Today's news in detail. Investigations continue into thousands of expired food items seized from 5 shops and warehouses. The owner of the shops has been arrested and faces a 5-year sentence and a possible 100,000 BD fine if found guilty of selling expired food items, according to public prosecution. Bahrain's Al Jabahara Center for Molecular Medicine and Inherited Disorders in Sagaya was all lit up in blue, green, pink and purple yesterday in solidarity with those suffering from rare diseases on the occasion of Rare Diseases Day. The light decor drew curtains on the 10-day-long Bahrain campaign for rare diseases titled Share Your Colors. 2 modern devices for heart patients were donated to the Mohammed bin Khalifa Cardiac Center (MKCC) to the Bahrain Ship Repairing and Engineering Company Basrec. The devices include a pacemaker and ventricular defibrillator, also known as the Thunderbolt regulator, which is intended for patients at risk of death. His Majesty King Hamad's representative for humanitarian work and youth affairs and oil and gas holding company Noga Holding chairman, His Highness Sheikh Nasser bin Hamad Al Khalifa, yesterday received Dr. Abdul Hussain Mirza following his appointment as advisor to Noga Holdings Board of Directors. Noga Holding Board of Directors member Abdullah Jazad Al Zain and acting managing director Dr. Muhammad Mubarak bin Dina were present. Bahrain and the US are keen to explore opportunities to strengthen economic and trade cooperation, building on the strong foundations of their bilateral free trade agreement, Foreign Minister Dr. Abdul Latif Al Zayani has said. He noted that laying the foundation for the US trade zone as Bahrain's Salman Industrial City is one of the examples for such cooperation. Al Hilal Hospitals and Medical Centers, Bahrain COVID update.
COVID updates brought to you by Al Hilal Hospital and Medical Centers.
The Cabinet has stressed the importance of consolidating responsibility and accountability to protect public funds. In this regard, it directed all agencies to cooperate with it. BDF Commander-in-Chief Field Marshal Sheikh Khalifa bin Ahmed Al Khalifa patronized at the BDF General Command a ceremony to present the Order of Bahrain medals conferred by His Majesty King Hamad, the Supreme Commander, on a number of senior BDF officers, marking the BDF's 54th anniversary. During the ceremony, attended by Chief of Staff Lieutenant General Daya bin Sakar Al Naimi, he conferred the Order of Bahrain of the first class and second class on a number of vessels. Trade could dispute the cost of imported goods under a new cost dispute committee that would be formed in customs directorates at all the Gulf states. An urgent legislation has been referred by His Royal Highness Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, the Crown Prince and Prime Minister, to the National Assembly. Shtaya area tomorrow from 10 a.m. until 4 p.m. on Thursday. The BDF General Command yesterday cautioned all people to keep away from this place, the firing zone, for their safety. The Royal Command Staff and National Defence College held yesterday a celebration marking 61st anniversary of Kuwait National Day and the 31st anniversary of the Liberation Day. Now we shall go for a short commercial break.
The 16th branch of Megamart and Macromart supermarkets in Bahrain has opened in Sahala. The best offers are available to the customers at affordable rates. Everyone is welcome. During and around the opening day, a variety of fish including salmon, meat and dairy products, roastery, frozen items, food and non-food items, groceries, fruits and vegetables, electronics, garments and ready-to-eat food items are available to the customers at affordable rates. Hearty welcome to all. Megamart and Macromart, your favorite shopping destination.
Welcome back. An awareness campaign on safety requirements in shared housing for expatriate workers was organized by the Civil Defense. Several buildings across Bahrain were visited by representatives from the Public Relations and Awareness Office to inform workers about procedures to be followed to prevent fires. Roaming acts from around the world, professional street performance and stealth walkers will combine to create an unforgettable entertainment lineup at this year's Formula One Gulf Air Bahrain Grand Prix. Top artists set to perform at Bahrain International Circuit (BIC) this March 18th to 20th include Abraham Till, Aras Tilts Band, The Joker Group, Color Dancers, Dr. Bubbles, Funky Style Band and Jambatukada. The court of the Crown Prince today announced that His Royal Highness Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, the Crown Prince and Prime Minister, will conduct an official visit to the United States of America. His Royal Highness Prince Salman bin Hamad will meet with several senior US officials and will review long-standing Bahrain-US relations and ways to further bolster cooperation across various fields. Bahrain has granted emergency use authorization to the COVID-19 vaccine developed by France Valneva, the company said in a statement on Tuesday. Valneva expects to deliver the first shipments of its VLA2001 vaccine to the kingdom at the end of March, after it signed an advance purchase deal for 1 million doses in December last year. Saudi Arabia has launched the first virtual hospital in the Middle East on Monday under the name of Seha Virtual Hospital. The Seha Virtual Hospital is distinguished by being the largest in the world, the first of its kind in the Middle East, as well as the latest in virtual healthcare. The virtual hospital is a specialized facility as it uses the latest innovative technologies to provide specialized services to support health facilities in the kingdom. Saudi Arabia instructed all airlines operating at airports in the kingdom to exempt all Saudis traveling from Ukraine and their non-Saudi dependents from the requirement to provide the result of a PCR test before entering the country. Instead, a PCR test must be taken within 48 hours of arrival. Failure to comply with the instructions would be a violation of government regulations, and legal action will be taken against anyone that violates them. Construction of the world's tallest hotel, Seal, coming up in Dubai has reached its halfway mark, and the 365-meter tall skyscraper is scheduled to open in the first half of 2024. Work on the megastructure is continuing beyond the 52nd floor and is scheduled to complete in the fourth quarter of next year. When completed, Seal will house more than 1,000 guest rooms and seats, as well as premium guest amenities and facilities. Abu Dhabi has updated the cost of PCR tests conducted in the capital. To get a PCR test done, residents will now have to pay 40 dirhams across all medical facilities in the Emirates. The decision will be effective from March 1st, 2022. From March 1st, it will no longer be necessary to wear a mask while outdoors in the Sultanate of Oman, while masks will continue to be mandatory in closed spaces. In addition, hotels have been allowed to operate at full capacity instead of the earlier cap on the total number of guests. For organizers of conferences and exhibitions, the cap has been increased to 70% of the capital of the venue. Students across the Sultanate of Oman will return to classrooms beginning March 6, 2022 as part of a decision to allow in-person attendance. Precautionary health and safety measures will have to be followed strictly during classes, it has been announced. The suspension of scheduled international passenger flights in the country has been extended till further orders, aviation regulator DGCA said on Monday. India flights under air bubble arrangement will not be affected, the circular said. Scheduled international passenger flights have been suspended in India since March 23, 2020 following the outbreak of the coronavirus. However, special passenger flights have been operating between India and around 45 countries since July 2020 under air bubble arrangements formed with them. With this, we come to the end of today's news. Stay tuned for daily news updates in BMC News Live English at 7:30 p.m. Thank you so much for watching. Signing off by Shina Sultana. Good night.